Sangamir, I get a lot of questions around how you grow as a business because when marketing at Pardot, we got acquired by Salesforce, and that was a great exit. I went from 10 million to $10 billion company. And then I got to build Terminus with two other co-founders, which we grew at $1 million to 5 to 15, and then had a private equity exit at a pretty substantial rate. And then I did two more things, something called Book in a Weekend. If you go check it out, it's we helping authors write books, and then build a community called Peak, and now I'm building GTM Partners. But here's the one thing that's common in all of them, and this is something I want people to really understand. Growth does not happen alone. So when I think about every one of those stories, I'll just go through a couple of them. When you think about building Terminus, I worked with Eric Spett and Eric Vass. Why? Because they actually started the company first and I met them later on, and I could see very quickly that they both were technical founders and business founders, and I was the marketing sales guy. So it made sense because we complemented each other's responsibilities. So we were able to grow way faster than me setting up in a shed or in my parking in a coffee shop and trying to create, market, sell, build product, like 80 different things, operations, all the things that a founder or solopreneur or business person has to do. It's impossible. Let me take it back. It's not impossible, but it can take years to get what you can get in months. It can take days what you might be able to build by yourself in months or years. So it's very important. I've learned if you want to have real growth, you have to learn to grow with somebody. All right, here's another one. Peak community. I started with Judd, and Judd was my business partner at that time. And we built a great community for marketers who wanted to become a CMO. So I brought it up because he was great at operations and I was decent at marketing and sales. Same thing with GTM Partners now. With GTM Partners, we're almost like in 5 years about 10 million in revenue. And my co-founder is Bryan. Now Bryan was a product guy through and through, engineer, and knows how to build things. And here I am again, the marketing salesperson. So in every one of those areas, I'm looking at it and saying, man, growth truly does happen when you are actually with someone that complements your business, complements your skills in every way. As a matter of fact, it's a side gig just for the fun of it because I've written 3 books, and I met one of my friends, his name is Tim Elmore. He has written 30 books. So for fun, we say that between Tim and I, we have 33 books. And then people are like, wow, they both have written a lot of books. And I've only written 3, he has written the 30. So it's kind of an internal joke. All of my books have been about building business, and each of those books built a $100 million business. But you have written books that are on leadership, on individuals, and individually haven't built, but you've written 30 books that have helped other people get to their dreams. So why don't we just create something called as a Book in a Weekend, or the weekend bring people together and help them write a book. And we have been doing that for 2-3 years now, and it's been a phenomenal experience for no other reason than it's just super exciting to do what I got to do. So all that to say is that growth truly happens. It almost accelerates when you do it with someone. Now here's another thing to think about from a personal perspective. I think about my family, like, well, how do we grow as a family? For events, like I'm going to be in New York this week. I literally am taking my entire family to New York, like this summer. And I said, well, let's just go and spend 3 days in New York. Well, I'll go for the first day. I'm going to go speak. My son, who's 15, he's going to do the recording, so see as a job. My daughter wants to see how put everything, so she's going to go and attend. And then the next day, we're literally going to be in the hop in, hop out buses, and we'll be able to just spend a few days in New York. And now you got business and work together, and then you know what happens? We grow together. Instead of me telling how to work hard, they see me working hard, and we learn that together. Instead of me telling, well, you got to take breaks in life, they see me working hard a day, and the next day you're literally in the hop in, hop out buses all day long. So all of that can be learned when growth truly accelerates when you do it together. So I don't do growth alone anymore. And if you are someone who's trying to grow alone, it's just going to be harder. It's just going to be longer. It's going to just take more time. It's going to be more frustrating. But if you can find a business partner, maybe one, if not 2, but one for sure, who could complement in almost every area of whatever you're not great at, then you can grow much faster, and it will accelerate every single thing in business and in life. Thank you.